Today we are taking you on a special journey to a small town right near Asheville, North Carolina called Black Mountain. There's so many special, unique things about Black Mountain that most people have no idea of. So if you're thinking about moving to the area, join us today. We're going to take you all around town. We're going to take you to some lakes and some parks and into homes. You're going to know what you need to know by the end of the video. If you're thinking about Western North Carolina, especially the Asheville area, and don't necessarily want to live in Asheville proper because it's kind of a big city, Black Mountain is a wonderful alternative. There's only about 8,500, 9,000 people that really live here year-round, according to the census. So it's not a lot of people. And it has that small town feel and also has some tourism here. So you're gonna have really great restaurants and activities to do. Also, there's a lot of art in the area. All the amenities that you would have of a tourist destination, but also a small, tight-knit community feel. Today, we're gonna meet a lot of the people that live and work in Black Mountain, tour a few houses, and get a really good understanding of what it might be like to actually live in Black Mountain. Now, Black Mountain is about 20 minutes east of Asheville. And the great thing about it is there are no windy roads to get here. It's really just a flat interstate on I-40 if you're coming from Asheville. So if you want to hop into town for a show or for your favorite restaurant or a birthday celebration and get back to your mountain home in Black Mountain, the little community, then it's so super simple. So many cute little boutiques in Black Mountain. I swear it is endless. Hey Justin, let's head over to the Home Depot. It's not the Home Depot, it's a train depot. Now, Black Mountain got its name back in the day because of this train stop here in the early 1900s, late 1800s. This depot, and it's so cute, and it's right on the edge of downtown, bright yellow. There's even a little caboose over here. And of course we have an art store here incorporated into the depot with homemade candles and little mermaids that somebody has made. Okay, so let's go check out the caboose because that's so cute. Whenever we come to Black Mountain, we always have to play on the caboose for a little bit. And of course, no town in Western North Carolina is without what, Justin?
A train track.
A train track. So here is our train track visit. Now, I cannot hop over this fence and go show you the train track, but I will show you this caboose. Now, you can't go to Black Mountain without going into the Seven Sisters Gallery, especially if you've ever listened to WNCW. That's our local radio station here, and they always highlight the Seven Sisters Gallery. And this is kind of a co-op where people can sell their arts and crafts. Hi! How long has this been here? 40 years. I thought so, yeah. And these are all local artists who are from the mountains and come here to sell their stuff. Western North Carolina is a hub for artists. I think, you know, the connection with nature and just the vibe of the whole area really makes it a perfect melting pot for creatives. Look, they painted all the chairs. There's a little bit of everything in Black Mountain for sure. And I love like all the brick-lined sidewalks, and everybody keeps everything really nice with flower boxes, and people would just kind of care here. It's really clean. And we get plenty of wildlife here because there's so much nature and mountains. And look, here's some. Now this is my little buddy, Boo the bear. He's just hanging, he's not working today.
Hey, boo-boo.
Hey, boo-boo. There's a time shop. That's cool. What does it mean? On this site in 1897, nothing happened. Nothing at all happened here in 1897. Here we have a shirt man dude. Oh, they used to have a Yeti out here, but they don't anymore. Oh, here it is, come. I'm almost a little nervous to like hug this Yeti because I feel like
Might be real.
if like any point this Yeti could just come over and like take a chunk out of me. Oh, Yeti. We could be friends. $10. So here we are, we're coming up on the Town Pump Tavern. Now back in the day, when little Bethy would go out and rock it out around town as a single lady, I used to come to the Town Pump, and what's funny is that there's a stage right here. And then there's the door right here. And so one night I was watching the band rock and roll, and there was a fiddle player on the stage just going crazy. And all of a sudden, he took one step off the stage, and the door was open because it was a nice summer night. And he went bloom, 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 and fell all the way out of the door, out of the whole town pump, and into the road. It was awesome. Oh, cool. It looks like there's a Black Mountain Blues Festival coming up in July. And there's going to be hundreds of musicians. That looks super fun. So there's some stuff happening here, yeah? I mean, of course there's stuff happening here. There's festivals, there's music all the time. Looks like there's a vintage market coming to this area too. It's a hip happening place. And the thing about Black Mountain is it's not just one type of people. So sometimes that can kind of help people identify which area they want to live in based on their lifestyle. Black Mountain has a full, holistic range of different types of people that live in the area. So it's not just retirees, it's not just young families, it's not just hipsters. It's really everybody. I mean, of course, you have that ease of proximity to Asheville. You have a highly desired and highly rated school system here. Oh, you have a cupcake store. This is so fun. Instead of like big cakes for birthday parties these days, you can just get cupcakes. You can just walk up to a counter and you can order a cupcake. This is a walk up cupcake store. I love it. How fabulous. Not good for my waistline, but good for my happiness level. Everywhere we go in Black Mountain, which is a little different than other places, it's not that other places aren't friendly, but just like everywhere we go in Black Mountain, I see people talking to each other. It reminds me of like the 50s. I mean, of course, we just saw a guy on his phone right there, but he's still like, people are just sitting, hanging out. Now, let's talk about housing prices and the difference between Black Mountain and Asheville. Now, back in the day, you used to be able to drive out of Asheville a little bit and you would notice a big price difference once you got outside of the city limits of Asheville. Now these days, it depends on which direction you go, but places like Black Mountain are not going to be that much less expensive than Asheville proper because of all the amenities and because of all the great restaurants and the yoga and the diversity, boutique stores and the meditation centers and the retreats and everything great that happens here. You're not gonna notice that it's gonna be less expensive than Asheville proper. Now, if you are looking for places that are, we have those recommendations for you. Reach out any of the ways down below and we'll be glad to give you advice on what they are, but Black Mountain's probably not gonna be one of them. The Drippolator is a famous staple in Black Mountain and it's fabulous coffee. And I guess a lot of people come here to work as well. We come here in the winter for hot chocolate after dance class. And here we have the Swannanoa Valley Museum and History Center and the Black Mountain Center for Arts. Now, this is a place that a lot of locals come to, and this is where they host different classes, and also it's a gallery. So every time we come here, of course, there's going to be different art. And it's by donation, so it's a fun place to pop into when you're visiting downtown Black Mountain. We're roaming around Black Mountain, and one of the things I want to show you is the White Horse Black Mountain. It used to be the Gray Eagle, Justin is saying, back in the day. And now it's a really cool music venue right close to downtown. I mean, like in downtown. So if you live close to here, there's all these little houses and sidewalks, a lot of walkability in the area. So if you live close to here, you could just walk and go see some live music at a really like top-notch venue and walk home. So just because you're not in the city of Asheville doesn't mean that you don't have access to all the amenities that you would need. I mean, there are grocery stores here like Ingles, there's pharmacies, Walgreens, CVS, there's an urgent care. I mean, my parents, they actually live in East Asheville, and their favorite doctor and the doctor they go to is in Black Mountain. So there are lots of different resources here for people who don't want to go into the city of Asheville, and they want to keep that community feel and that small town living feel. So you don't ever have to go into Asheville unless you want to. Maybe you want to go to Target. Maybe you want to go to Whole Foods or Trader Joe's or something like that. You can pop on over there in about 20 minutes. Now, if you're looking at property in Black Mountain, there's something that I really want you to pay attention to. Black Mountain is really large. I mean, it's all part of Buncombe County, which is the same county as Asheville. So when you're looking at property in Black Mountain, you can be almost all the way to Lake Lure and it will still say Black Mountain, but it is an hour away from Asheville. That's not the Black Mountain that we're talking about today. We're talking about the Black Mountain that is 25 minutes from Asheville max. That's where the downtown is, and that's where the action's kind of happening. I've been hearing about this place for a long time, and since we're here today, I'm gonna make Justin go here. He doesn't like to eat food a lot, you know. I have to beg him to like come and sit down and have a meal. Just kidding. But Cousin's Cuban Cafe, it's iconic. We gotta go. Hola. I have no idea. Do you have any recommendations? I've never been here before, but I've heard wonderful things, and I want to get what you do best, please.
Okay, well, our most popular for the first try is always the Cuban sandwich.
Okay, let's get one of those. Do you live in Black Mountain?
I live in East Asheville, and I drive in for work.
Do you have a lot of tourists here?
Oh, all the time. Like, we just get a lot of people who want to come and try it because we're one of the top restaurants in Western North Carolina, so.
Yeah, I've been hearing about you all forever. How did it become so famous?
Honestly, word of mouth, and I mean, finding a Cuban restaurant in the mountains is a little rare, you know? You're not going to find that a lot. So I think a lot of people who have lived in Florida, South Florida especially, who are Cuban, just they find a little piece of home and they try to get here when they can.
I love it. That is good. Y'all have been here for a little bit.
2019.
2019. Okay, cool. So are rules changing around? I don't know the proper terminology.
Well, there's a lot of stuff up in the air right now. So, yeah, like there always is. It's just kind of something I've quit worrying about. Or
Yeah, you just roll with the punches these
yeah,
days,
so that's
huh?
kind of what's happening right now. So,
But there's some like cool like little, I guess we don't talk about it too much, but cool like little loopholes that are happening.
Yeah,
Because I'm
yeah,
seeing in downtown Asheville some stores are popping up where they couldn't before.
right, absolutely. Yeah, we're in the THCA area right now, and these always kind of change. We went from CBD to Delta 8 to now the THCA.
Have you lived in Black Mountain for a little bit?
Forever. Yep.
Forever?
Forever.
He's from Black Mountain.
Yeah.
So how have you seen it change in the last 10?
Black Mountain?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Is it cool or no?
Yeah, I think it's good, especially if you're a business owner. But just growing up here, I remember coming to town and you couldn't even really find a beer anywhere around town. You know, like.
And now there's breweries.
Now you got breweries and a lot of great bars. And,
Do you go to Asheville much, or do you?
No, I try to avoid it. I'm a small town guy.
Yeah, but you really grew up here.
Yeah.
Like you went to school
I went to
here.
school at Owen.
What's at where?
Owen.
Owen. Okay.
Yep.
Did you like going to school here? I mean, like, what was it like being a kid in Black Mountain?
Yeah, no, I didn't really know any different, but yeah, it was good. It was good.
Are you traumatized?
Kind of.
Yeah. Thank you, dear.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
Yep.
Greetings from Montreat Road. This is right on the straightaway to Montreat, which is a section of Black Mountain that is known for its campy feel. But this home is not necessarily in Montreat. It's right on the edge of it, but we're going to take you there in just a little bit to show you what that looks like. There's also a university. So let's head on inside and see what this house is made of. So this is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home, about 1,400 square feet. Really cute little sunroom here. And has a nautical theme for some reason. I don't know exactly why, but hey, we're gonna roll with that. It must have to do with the owner's preferences and what they are into. Now, here's one thing that I wanna highlight here is this home is not new, and they have kept a lot of the original things, so that's really cool. So I think this was built in 1939. So you'll see this in a lot of the homes on this road, on Montreat Road in Black Mountain, is they have these old-timey fireplaces. Some are in use, some are not. So not a huge place, but really well maintained. Looks like they've updated the kitchen a little bit, added an island. Obviously, this is not original 1939. You have butcher block countertops, which are awesome. I really love that natural feel. So let's see what else they have going on. They have a little study here that goes out into the backyard, which could also double as a bedroom because there are some closets here. And then they have 2 more bedrooms. Here's one towards the front of the house, which they are using as a music room, it looks like, and more nautical themed stuff. And like these old-timey jukebox things. I love it. Route 66. So another bedroom here, and then we're gonna head back and see where the primary bedroom is. We have a small bathroom, and then here we have the primary bedroom. And this is all hardwood floors throughout. It looks really nice. You have these sliding barn doors, which we're seeing a lot of these days. This means the home's been updated because this is not an old-timey thing. Another bathroom with a big shower. So these smaller homes are gonna be a lot easier to maintain and just offer you kind of an easier life. Like I said, this is about 1,400 square feet, right on the main drag on Montreat Road. So that means it's in between the little town of Black Mountain and Montreat, which is this whole area. We'll show you in just a minute. But what I think is really nice about this home is it's not a huge footprint. It is open. You still have an open space. You have this sunroom and you have this nice flow that goes all the way from the kitchen out to the sunroom to the front door. But you know what's really cute about this? The backyard. Let's go there. So this backyard is incredible, and this is something that I talk to clients about often, and this is kind of what we do, is we help unite you with your perfect property or your perfect community. When we are looking at properties for people, not everybody wants to be in an HOA. Not everybody wants to have that agreement or the covenant and restrictions that come with living in an HOA facility. Some people want the community and the neighborhood feel, or some people just want to be independent with nothing. Well, this is a home that is totally independent. It is on its own. It's on like 0.33 acres. But this is something that I talk with my clients about often because they say, I want privacy. Okay, well, we're on a main road. Look at this backyard. All directions. I do not see a single other person. And this is on 0.3 acres. So you do not need to buy 5 acres to get privacy here, because we have all this foliage. We have all this privacy. Now, I don't know what's back over here, but I can't see it. It's totally covered. Now, in the winter, of course, these trees are gonna lose their leaves and you're not gonna have as much. So when you're looking for different properties around Western North Carolina, pay attention to which ones have evergreens and which ones are gonna lose their leaves in the winter, because you're gonna see a little bit more. Now, if you're buying land, the winter is a great time of the year to look for land, because you can see far and wide, where in the summertime, you could be 10 feet away and you have no idea what's on the other side. Whoa, look at this tree. There are so many beautiful old trees in Western North Carolina. Oh, there's a bunny that's going. It's a huge tree. I would hug it, but I got my dress on today. Let's head out to the little area of Montreat, which is a sub area of Black Mountain, and see what that's all about. Here we are in Montreat at our favorite playground. Now, we don't live in Montreat, but this is where we come to hang because it is absolutely perfect. There's so many things for young kids to do. Like if you look behind me, there's this little creek and you can just play in the creek, and there's even like a little swimming hole over here. So in Western North Carolina, we have tons of swimming holes. So you don't always have to go to like a public pool. There's pavilions and you can rent it out and have birthday parties here. But the difference in this playground is that it just feels like it's surrounded in nature. There's even a little part that's for younger kids that kind of keeps them separate. So if you have toddlers that need to run around, they can do that. But really my favorite thing is being able to dip your toes in the water. And there's lots of people with the same idea today. There's nothing like dipping your toes in cool mountain water in the summertime. So Montreat even has their own special activities for like the Montreat cottagers and the people that stay here. They have ice cream socials, and here's all the trails. You could be a trailblazer. So Montreat is this whole little thing that is interesting, and a whole community in its own. So in Montreat too, there's a beautiful lake called Lake Susan. We're gonna walk over there, walk around the lake a little bit. There's tons of walking and hiking trails right in town. Now this is just a sub part of Black Mountain. Okay, y'all, we're gonna steal a boat and head over to the next house. We're gonna try, oh no, I'm chained up. We're gonna try to paddle on over there. It's not working. So Montreat has Montreat University here, which you can kind of see behind me, and all of this is part of that. And this is Lake Susan. So a lot of the people that live in Montreat are coming for the summers. And this is a great place to make summer vacation memories. People come here for years and years in summer camps and things like that as well. The house that we just saw is not necessarily right in Montreat. So prices are going to differ once you cross over that little bridge area with the arches. Then it's going to be a little bit of a different price range. Now here's the deal. We are getting ready to go and see another home in just a minute that is in a totally different area of Black Mountain. So Black Mountain has all these like little sub areas, and this is where we can help guide you a little bit. You kind of tell us what you are looking for, the feel, the sense of community that you're looking for or not, and we can unite you with the properties that would fit best for you and the areas that will fit best for you, because Black Mountain is a little bit different than Weaverville, and Hendersonville is definitely different than Marshall or somewhere like that. So that's really where we come into play. So reach out any of the ways down below and we'll be glad to hook you up. So now we're gonna head over to the second home, and we are gonna show you what it's all about, because it's completely different than the first and a little bit of a different price point too. We are getting ready to go in this beautiful home. I'm sitting on the front porch right now and show you around, and I want to let you know that this is a really unique property, not just because of the home, but because of the community that it's in. You talked and we listened, and we are showing you this house and this community because it's exactly what you're looking for. Wow, it even smells really fresh and clean. Check this out. So we are really close to downtown Black Mountain. We are also really close to the amenities that this community, Cheshire, has. Now this community is a little unique. It's not gated, and it's not, it doesn't have like a pool and a lot of other things, but it does have pickleball and tennis and walking trails and community events, things like that. But first, before we show you the whole community, I want to show you this home. It is recently on the market. It is 5 bedrooms and 3.5 bathrooms. The people that currently live here full time. This is not a second residence. And the people that live in this community of Cheshire also pretty much live here full time. I'm not seeing a lot of short-term rentals in this area. There's probably some restrictions on that. Heading into the living room, you'll see we have some high ceilings, some great wood accents. Look at this mantle, even has a little cutout here for the matches, and the real wood fireplace, the real wood burning fireplace. There's, I love gas because of the convenience, but at the end of the day, when you smell that wood burning fireplace, it just lights up your heart a little bit, or it does for me at least. So on the main level, you're gonna find this little den in the front. You have your dining room, and then you're coming into the kitchen. So you're coming into the kitchen. Kitchen is gonna be open concept, quartz countertops, latest and greatest in appliances. They have gas here, which everybody loves. Now I'm noticing that they're missing a hood, right? So it's just built in right here in the middle. This is what they do these days. So you can keep the open concept kitchen, which everybody loves. And you'll see on the way to the dining room that you have this like little butler's area where you can hide some of your coffee makers and your appliances that you don't just want out displayed. And what a nice dining room too. So I bet they do some entertaining here because there's plenty of room. It looks out over the beautiful front porch. The windows are large and open and bright. Let's check out the living room a little bit. So we just had the agent take us through the home and tell us a little bit about the paintings and what the situation is with the home and give us the lowdown. And she said that this artist actually lives in the neighborhood. And the neighborhood seems to have this like beautiful community feel where everybody knows each other. So if you like that, you're in luck. If you want to be a little bit more isolated, it might not be your cup of tea. And there's a really good mix of people in the neighborhood too. So there are people that are retired. There's also families, like the people that live here. I think they have 3 boys, something like that. They seem to be teenagers. There's some young people, and it's a really, really nice mix. So if you're looking for a place where you can walk to town, it's about a mile away. And also have a sense of community, but with kind of low HOA fees. The HOA fees here for the tennis and the community gardens and the pickleball and the walking trails and the events is $1,100 a year. That's pretty dang good. Check out this main level primary bedroom. I absolutely adore it. This bed, of course, doesn't come with the house, but man, it looks comfortable. And one of the unique aspects about this bedroom is the high vaulted ceilings with the wood accents. You don't see that every single day. And it really adds this beautiful ambiance. Anytime you have a vaulted ceiling in a room, it's gonna make it appear and feel larger. And even though this doesn't have a huge footprint per se, it feels expansive and spacey. So if you look out the window, you'll see also from the primary bedroom, you have a mountain view and you can't really see any other homes. I mean, there is a home quite near, but it's blocked by foliage and it's an evergreen tree too. So it's going to be there all year. So here's the primary bathroom with this awesome clawfoot tub. I love how they've done this. In arts and crafts homes, it's sometimes you see clawfoot, sometimes you see modern. You can kind of do whatever you want. There is double sinks in here, and check out this closet. I'm sure they're going to love me showing their closet, so I apologize in advance. How perfect is this? I mean, it's totally organized. Now listen, I want to ask you all, we haven't seen the whole house yet, but you're getting a good idea about how much something like this might be. Let's keep in mind about the home. There's a lot of information I haven't told you yet. It's 3,400 square feet total. It's 5 bedrooms, 3.5 baths. It is walkable to the cute, quaint town that you have seen of Black Mountain. It is also really walkable and in a community with a great sense of community feel, with walking trails, with pickleball and tennis, and like all the fun stuff to make your life nice and exciting. What else? Not a ton of land to maintain. I think we got to see the rest of the house first. But comment down below and let me know, because you are getting educated every single time you watch our videos about the market in Asheville, because that's what we do. So let's head upstairs and check out the bedrooms, because there's 3 bedrooms upstairs. Ooh, I recognize this. This looks like Italy, huh? So upstairs we have 3 bedrooms. Looks like a guest bedroom here. A nice comfy bed again. There's something about their beds I just really like. And then in here, another bedroom, but it looks like they've made it into like a sitting room because they no longer need this bedroom. Maybe their kids are older now and they've moved out, because there's another bedroom all the way downstairs. And then here we have another bedroom that they've made into an office and a little bit of an exercise room. Now check out what's right behind me. It's the front yard, and the windows are open, and they have these screens here, and the breeze is blowing, and it's just absolutely perfect weather right now. So here's a bathroom upstairs that will accommodate these 3 bedrooms / offices. Now this home was built in 2007, so it's not that old. And everything throughout is amazing and immaculate when we think about quality and construction. Check out this porch, or deck, whatever you call it. I think it's absolutely gorgeous, and I've been standing out here waiting for Justin to finish and get out here, and I'm listening to all the birds chirp and just the quietness of the area. And if you look behind me, you see this mountain view back here, but you see like you don't see. I mean, you see like you don't see. You see the trees right here are kind of blocking it, and they create this like layered view situation. Now, once you're up here on the porch, you do see some other homes, but it's really private and really quiet. I love this because it's so easy to access if you want to come out here and grill. And then here's another entrance to the primary bedroom right here. So you know what I would do? I would put a hot tub out here. When we talk to our clients, this is exactly what they're looking for. So, you know, we said earlier, how much do you think this goes for? Now, you've seen a little bit of the house. We're going to show you some of the community now, so stay tuned. And then we're going to tell you how much it would cost to live here. So here we are at the very beginning of this little community called Cheshire. And it's absolutely adorable. There are beautiful homes located throughout. It is kind of walking distance, about a mile from downtown Black Mountain, but it has its own little vibe here. So when we think about small towns near Asheville, this is like 3 steps back, because you have this little community of Cheshire that has its own little community in a smaller community called Black Mountain right outside the big city of Asheville. Oh, cool. Somebody's drawing with chalk everywhere. And what's nice is this little village here has places like, you have a chiropractor right here. You have a nice little like outdoor cafe. Careful, Justin. You're going to get run over. Here's a Japanese restaurant. The homes that we're going to be looking at in just a minute are right behind us. How cool would it be just to be able to have the opportunity to access a restaurant, a little kitchen. What's this? A salon. You can get your hair done. It's kind of like the olden days. Like there's like this small central meeting spot, but you also have access to the town of Black Mountain. So here's like a market. Let's see if it's open. Should be open, huh? It's only open in the evening. Dang, you can walk to get braised rabbit?
Well, they're open in the front part.
Oh, cool. Let's go check that out then. Look at this little place. Oh my gosh. This is like a little artisan kitchen? Market. Check it out. If you lived in Cheshire, then you can just come down here and get some farm and sparrow rye flour. And you can get some elderberry syrup. And you can get some Spice Witch chili crisp. And look at this. So we just ran into a friend of ours outside who's getting ready to go to a swimming hole because it is dang summertime now, and they're gonna stop here and get a fabulous sandwich. I'm almost convinced. That's the trouble with me, y'all, is that I start touring all these different places and then I want to move there. Okay, so tell us a little bit about how you got here and about what's happening.
Yeah, so my name's Patrick Baraducci. This is my wife, Maggie Baraducci. We moved up here from Southwest Florida. We opened up our market in November of this past year and our restaurant in December of this past year.
That's it? That's the restaurant right there?
Connected right here on the other side. It's a full-service restaurant with a full bar. We change the menu like every month or so.
What a great asset if you have a house like right around here. You can just walk over and get this absolutely fabulous
Yeah,
food.
definitely. Yeah, we get fresh local seafood delivered every Thursday and Friday, and local bagels and other baked goods delivered to us on Thursdays. And
So how did you decide to move from Florida to Asheville?
We had always wanted to move to like the western North Carolina area, and just had been looking for the right business location and found it in Black Mountain and just fell in love with the town and really wanted to settle down here.
And how's your experience been so far?
We love it. Community in Black Mountain is really close-knit. Everyone gets to know one another. They're really supportive of one another. There's tons of awesome food products and farmers and different producers out here making really cool ingredients and things like that.
And how is it different than Florida?
I would say it's much more environmentally focused and focused on like where like products are coming from and things like that. As well as the weather, it allows for a lot more different produce that you can use that's actually locally grown just because it's so hot in Florida.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Best of luck to you all. This is a fabulous place.
Thank you.
Hey, do you know if there's a trail to the kids' playground?
If you want to do a longer walk or a short walk,
Short walk.
take a right there next to the stream and you'll come across the children's park.
Okay, so we are finally finding the playground. It's kind of hidden. There's a little creek right here. You know who would love to play in this little creek? My kids who are 7 and 5. They would be down here all day long. And look, the homes are right behind it. You know, Black Mountain has a lot of really cool playgrounds for kids. Okay, my kids would love this as well. They're getting on that. We're getting on that? Ah! Ah!
Okay, hold on. We're gonna do it this way.
Ah!
You just gotta work with it a little bit.
I'm gonna break it. I hear like wood cracking. Here we are at the gardens. This is the community gardens. I think everybody contributes a little bit to this and probably gets to harvest it too. I'm not exactly sure the rules, but there's beautiful flowers everywhere. Let's head into the garden and see. There's some things growing. How cute is this? Now that you have looked at the home, you have a really good idea of the community too. Everybody's out there talking to each other and rapping and talking about the weather and what they're doing this weekend and all that stuff. How fun to have that community. We have the children's playground, that little creek, access and walkability to doctors, to restaurants, to like a little kitchen and bar and whatnot. And you saw the house. So how much do you think that house goes for? I know you already commented down below because we do that thing and we comment down below, but guess how much it is? 1.4 million. There are so many little towns near Asheville that you can explore. And some of them are gonna be like Black Mountain and some of them are not. If you think Black Mountain might not be your cup of tea and you want to explore another one that's similar, check out Weaverville right here. Until then, ciao for now.